December 1989, an event that would mark Panama's history forever. The United States launches Operation Just Cause. The world watched as the drama unfolded, the small Central American country under siege, its fate hanging in the balance. The reason for this military intervention: a man by the name of General Manuel Noriega. His military dictatorship had gripped Panama with an iron fist, and the U.S. had decided to intervene, aiming to overthrow him and establish a democratic government. It was a time of chaos and uncertainty, a time when the world held its breath, waiting for the outcome. As the invasion began, its echoes reverberated across the globe, bringing a sense of apprehension, a sense of the unknown. In the midst of this chaos, two men on opposing sides, Lieutenant General Mark Cisneros and Captain Amadis Jimenez, find themselves at the heart of the conflict. Lieutenant General Mark Cisneros, the highest-ranking Hispanic military officer at the time, had his reservations about the operation. As the invasion of Panama unfolded, Cisneros was not merely an observer on the sidelines. He was in the thick of it, and yet he found himself troubled by the enormity of the force being deployed. Cisneros believed in the cause, the removal of General Manuel Noriega's military dictatorship, but he questioned the methods. The invasion, in his eyes, was an exercise of excessive force, a demonstration of power that could have been achieved with far fewer troops and significantly less destruction. But these reservations, these concerns, were met with deaf ears. The commanding generals from the United States saw things differently. Pushed aside, sidelined, Cisneros may have been, but he wasn't one to be silenced. He took it upon himself to do what he could, where he could, to limit the damage caused by the invasion. He walked a tightrope, balancing his duty as a military officer with his moral obligations. Cisneros was not just a military man. He was a human being who understood the cost of war, not just in terms of dollars and cents, but in terms of human lives and the fabric of a society. This understanding fueled his actions, his decisions, and his interactions during the invasion. In the midst of the chaos, amidst the rubble and ruins, Cisneros was a beacon of reason. His perspective, though not popular among his peers, was one that championed restraint over aggression, diplomacy over destruction. And it was this sentiment, this underlying belief in humanity and the potential for reconciliation, that led him to a surprising encounter. Despite the odds, Cisneros remained a voice of reason amidst the chaos, a sentiment that would lead him to a surprising encounter. On the other side of the conflict, Captain Amadis Jimenez, a Panamanian Navy infantry captain, found himself defending his unit against overwhelming firepower. Picture this: December 1989. The thunderous sound of battle echoes around you. You're Captain Amadis Jimenez, a Panamanian Navy infantry captain. It's not just another day in the office, it's a day that will etch itself into the annals of history. You're on the front lines of the United States Operation Just Cause, tasked with defending your unit against an invading force that seems insurmountable. The air is thick with tension and uncertainty. The odds are stacked against you, but you, like the men under your command, are resolved to fight until the last breath. The American troops are closing in. The noise of their tanks, the booming of their artillery, the relentless advance of their infantry, it's all an unstoppable tide. With every passing minute, the situation grows more desperate. Your unit is under heavy attack. The superior firepower of the U.S. forces is too much. You're outgunned, outmanned, and outmatched. The decision is a difficult one, but it's the only one that makes sense. You order your men to lay down their arms. You surrender. You're taken as a prisoner of war, but your capture is not the end of your story. It's merely the beginning of a new chapter. Stripped of your rank and your freedom, you are visited the next day by none other than Lieutenant General Mark Cisneros, the highest-ranking Hispanic military officer of the United States at the time. Cisneros, a man who had his reservations about the invasion's excessive use of force, sees something in you. He recognizes your potential, your courage, your resilience. He knows your ties to an influential family connected to the political opposition, and he asks for your help. Little did Jimenez know that his capture would lead to a meeting that would change his life. In the aftermath of the invasion, a surprising friendship formed between the two men. On one side, we had Lieutenant General Mark Cisneros, a high-ranking officer of the United States military, who had played a significant role in the invasion. And on the other, Captain Amadis Jimenez, a Panamanian Navy infantry captain, who had valiantly defended his unit during the conflict. The two men, from seemingly opposing worlds, found common ground in the chaos. When Cisneros visited Jimenez, a prisoner of war, the next day, it was not as a conqueror, but as a fellow soldier. He recognized the courage in Jimenez, his commitment to his unit and his country. Cisneros, who had reservations about the excessive use of force in the invasion, saw in Jimenez not an enemy but an ally. He knew Jimenez was a man of influence, a man who could help end the combat. So he extended a hand of friendship, not out of necessity, but out of respect for a fellow soldier. And Jimenez, recognizing the sincerity in Cisneros' actions, reciprocated. Together, they would play a crucial role in trying to limit the damage caused by the invasion. In the face of war and devastation, a remarkable bond was formed, a testament to the power of understanding and respect. The Invasion of Panama in 1989 is a complex chapter in history, marked by conflict, power struggles, and the resilience of the human spirit. Beyond the battle lines, the story of Cisneros and Jimenez offers a profound insight. Amidst the chaos of war, they found common ground, a testament to the power of empathy and understanding. Their story serves as a reminder that even in the bleakest of times, human connection can flourish and a shared future can be shaped. Thank you for joining me on this journey through history. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel for more insightful narratives.